Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is OGR, baby, game 11, as the Edmonton Oilers walked away with yet another victory as we defeated the Washington Capitals in overtime 4-3, and what a game it was, I gotta say so myself. Now, I was watching it in tidbits because I was hanging out with my GF and also was eating some ribs and french fries over that span of time as well. So I was also cooking, so I wasn't able to watch the entire game. But during those times, it was a very eventful game, I gotta say so myself. The first period was an absolute wild show. Darnell Nurse scoring the first goal of the game. It was a really great way to start out the game. And the Edmonton Oilers, man, they are resilient, man. They are the underdogs this year, and I really do believe that this team is a resilient team. They're going to fight back every single game. Now, this was our toughest challenge yet, as we know the Washington Capitals have been playing very good this year, as they're 7-2-3. So they've been a very prominent team in the league, one of the best teams in the Metro. So you got to know that this is going to be definitely a big challenge to the Edmonton Oilers, and we took it. We really took it to them today and forced them. The first goal of the game was a fluke goal, and I gotta say, fuck me, was the goaltending ever crazy last night between Holtby and Koskinen. Both of them were fucking stellar, not letting in a single goal. Now, yes, the score does come out 4-3, but we're kind of going to talk about each and every goal that was scored and talk about why the fuck it went in the back of the net. Of course, the first goal was Darnell Nurse. Absolutely scored a beauty of a goal. I mean, it was kind of a fluke goal, so it shouldn't have counted. But it did anyways. What can you do about it? It was just nothing you really could do. It went in the back of the net. And Darnell Nurse gets the first one of the game, which was a big one for the team because we needed that first one. Because we haven't scored in 2 fucking games. It's been kind of fucking boring, and not being able to cheer for your team kind of sucks when they don't score a goal. So that was nice to see Darnell Nurse get the first one of the game. We were up 1-0. Now, the second period is where it really takes a turn, but we were still playing really good hockey. Jacob Varanen got a fluke goal on Koskinen. It was a nice goal. He spun around. Koskinen lost where it was, went in the back of the net. Ovechkin got a tip, and then Ovechkin just sniped at the end off the period. So, I mean, when you have Ovechkin coming at you, it's like McDavid. You're never going to be able to stop this guy when he is dialed in. And Ovechkin was definitely dialed in last night. Got 2 big goals for the Washington Capitals. Sniped one right past Koskinen, and it was just the second one was just a wonderful tip. And nothing really could do. Ethan Bear could have got into a better position, but it's just nothing really you can do when Ovechkin has position on Ethan Bear and just is able to tip that into the back of the net, which gives the Washington Capitals a 3-1 lead. And then going into the third period, it was absolutely on fire. Leon Draisaitl gets 2, McDavid, Leon Draisaitl only got 1, McDavid got 1. So Draisaitl got set up by McDavid to get the first one. Then McDavid, to tie up the game, scores this absolute beaut, snipes it high. And then in the overtime, it was a fucking wonderful save from Koskinen. The rebound chance right here. The guy went around the net from Washington. Koskinen sprawled, stopped the puck. Edmonton took it. It was a 2-on-1 between Draisaitl and McDavid. Draisaitl passed it over to McDavid. McDavid passed it back over to Draisaitl. And Draisaitl fucking sniped into the back of the net. And there we go. A big dub for the Edmonton Oilers as we win 4-3. And it was definitely an eventful game for sure. It was an eventful roller coaster going back and forth. We finally seen some third line depth get some a point. Alex Jasson, who hasn't been really contributing very much to the offense, which is something we've been looking for from our depth, but that's okay. But overall, it was a hell of a good game. Ethan Bear, still one of the most talked about guys on the team, I would have to say. And seeing the highlights of him play and the way that he played when I was watching, he's a stellar defenseman. And even Oscar Klefbom really stepping into himself as well as being like one of the main contributors on our point as well. But Darnell Nurse and Ethan Bear, they're really coming together. And like when Adam Marson comes back, this defensive core is probably going to be one of the best in the league. And we're even leaving out Koskinen, who had a great night this night. I mean, yeah, he let in a couple goals, but he was fucking stellar against the Washington Capitals, where he kept us in the game, even during the third period when it was a close fucking game and it was 3-2. He kept us in that. And you got to give praise to this man, Koskinen. We all fucking doubted him at the starting when we signed him to that big contract. But Koskinen, for the first time, I think it's the first time in a long time that a goalie has started 5-0. And not even just that, Mikko Koskinen's been on fire. I mean, let's take a look at the stats. A 927 save percentage with a 235 goals against. This man's right here needs to get way more starts than what he's been getting. Mikko Koskinen has been stellar for us. And maybe Peter Chiarelli was right on one thing, and that was Mikko Koskinen. But we also gave him a backup goaltender to help him out a bit so he's not fucking dying out there. But Mikko Koskinen's been stepping up, and the way that he played against the Washington Capitals really shutting the door on a lot of great chances the Washington Capitals had, and they had a lot. And I mean, we do give up some shots, but he was just playing absolutely stellar. He was really, really stepping into himself, playing good hockey. I was enjoying it, and that's the way I want to. I want to enjoy that type of hockey, and it was just absolutely amazing. Now, one big thing, we did lose Josh Archibald to an injury. He'll be out 2 to 3 weeks with a fractured ankle or something like that. And it sucks, but Archibald has been kind of like the poorest of all Oilers. So, I mean, yes, I'm sad that he broke his foot because it's a horrible disaster. He should not be happening. But in the end, Archibald has been kind of one of the weak links on the offensive crew. I was really hoping Josh Archibald was going to be kind of a guy that we were going to look at for offense, but he hasn't been that type of guy. He's just been kind of like that one guy that hasn't did anything. And you could even see in the Washington Capitals game, he does not really push hard. And the one play that I was really pissed off about was when he took it, and he just took it himself all the way up the ice. When he just got cut off, pushed up against the boards, he wasn't able to generate anything. When what he could have done was he could have went up, and then when he seen some player come after him, he could have turned around, passed the puck back to Darnell Nurse, Ethan Bear, and then they could have generated a play from there. But Josh Archibald burnt himself out to the point where he couldn't even fucking forecheck. And that's the thing that pisses me off, because you should not fucking stop. Even then, you should try to figure out something else instead of fucking logging the puck all the way up the ice. The Archibald was kind of pissing me off. The Jujar line, Sehan, and I can't remember who else. It was like Archibald. That line, Jujar and Sehan, have been really impressing me. But man, do they ever need to get a fucking goal. And I've been calling it, saying that they need to get a goal. McDavid had 27 minutes last night to get us this fucking victory. We need third line fucking depth right now. We need it. We need them to score a goal. We can't just be relying on McDavid, Draisaitl, Kassian, Nuge, Neal. We cannot be relying on those guys to get us all the goals to push us to the playoffs. We also have to have that third line depth contribute and get just a couple of goals. Just a couple. That's all we need. That's why I was seeing a post on Twitter. We need a guy that can get us 30 to 40 points as a third line centerman. And everyone in the comments is like Ryan Strome. Ryan Strome would fit that fucking spot. But Peter Chiarelli decided to trade him for Ryan Spooner. Just don't ask me why. Anyways, that's in the past. We're focusing on the now. But we definitely do need that third line centerman that can score some points, contribute the puck to Jujar. I was also seeing that maybe, just maybe, try an experiment where we would put McDavid, Draisaitl, and Nuge. Would that work? I don't know. I think we could honestly maybe give it another try. We did it in, I think, game 1 or something, against Vancouver we tried it, but we only tried it once. But Dave Tippett really likes McDavid and Draisaitl, which is completely fine. It's been one of our best lines on our team. But sometimes we need to spread the wealth. And I know Leon Draisaitl can play hella good on any line. The way that he played with Nuge, if we could get maybe James Neal and Alex Chasons playing fucking great hockey alongside of Draisaitl, you never know. It's just an idea. But right now we're playing really good hockey. And I'm hoping we can continue that against the Florida Panthers on Sunday. So there'll be a new video on Monday. So watch out for that. I'm super excited to watch the game. Should be a lot of fun. It also gives me a couple days to take a breather from OGR because it's a 2-day break. So that gives me a little bit of a breather and upload some other videos this weekend. So that means just give me a little bit of a grind from Saturday, Sunday. You guys are going to be seeing some franchise mode videos from baseball and then hockey. So that should be a lot of fun. Right now, guys, I think that's all I got to say. My 3 stars of the game are going to be going to, I think the first star, we're going to give it to, let's see here. The third star is, of course, going to go to Leon Draisaitl. He was absolutely terrific last night, getting 2 goals, 1 assist. Second star goes to Connor McDavid, really pushing the middle of the pedal, getting that game time goal. He was the man of the hour. And that one breakaway almost scored a goal on Nick Jensen, where he just fucking sped right up to Nick Jensen, staked through him, and then fucking oh man, it's so beautiful. But he just didn't score a goal. It would have been wonderful. But it was one of his best periods in the third period in overtime, so gotta give him that second star. The first star goes to, of course, Koskinen, and this man deserves that star without a fucking doubt. Koskinen was a bomb out there last night. So, well, without further ado, we're going to jump right into the highlights between the Edmonton Oilers versus the Florida Panthers. So, let's jump right into that.
Setters glide into position for the opening draw. Slides it on over to Hoffman. Moves right to the middle, and that's blocked. He scores! Mike Hoffman!
That's a really good shot. The goaltender's down in the butterfly. He thinks he's got mostly everything covered, but apparently not. The puck gets by him.
In. Handles the puck. Plays the puck up ahead. From one end of the blue line to the other. He scores! They tied it up!
Brand new game. All that work that's gone behind this, and we're back to even Steven. Maybe the goalie can stop it on the way out of the net. That laser went past him so quickly, he didn't even move.
And tries to make a diagonal pass to Hunt. Now a quick pass to Strawman. He scores! They take the lead.
Well, it looked like this game was going to be even for the longest time because nobody seemed to have the upper hand. Oh, does he hammer that past the goaltender? He put everything he has behind that one, and the goalie can't get it.
Connolly's got it on the offensive end. He scores! I believe a colleague of ours likes to call those back-to-back.
Yeah, the coaches want you to stay aggressive after you score. They do that, and they're able to put another one up on the board. When you get into this position, that puck's got to be off your stick in a hurry. You don't have much time to think about it.
Sends it over to Manning. Across the point. With some momentum driving towards the net. He scores! That's how you do it! Leadership to a T! The captain capitalizes!
This is a perfect shot placed up over the high blocker side. The goaltender can't get a stick on it. He doesn't get his blocker on it. He's down in the butterfly, I think, a little too soon.
For the goal!
Wow, he rifled that past the goaltender. He had such good speed, the goalie's backing up quickly, but he can't get to the spot where the puck is.
They've got the defense outnumbered. Takes the saucer pass. Scores!
The mountain looks a little less steep now. They get to within one with that marker there. Wow, this is like a practice drill here, James. He's so open in the high slot. The pass is on the shooting spot, and he just hammers it home.
Lugs the puck into the corner of the offensive zone. Quick feed to Vetrano. Denied by the blocker. He scores! Jumps on the rebound and buries it.
Well, if he was about 4 inches taller, maybe he would have got to that. Desperation effort, but no go.
Less than a minute to go now here in regulation. Seavier's gonna play it from the back of the cage. Scores! That's 3!
I had 9 of these, James. It is such a cool thing to score 3. You feel so good about yourself. Now, the only way he's stopping this one is if it hits him. As soon as the shooter went to shoot it, the goaltender dropped into the butterfly. He's looking around that traffic, hoping he can find it.
And there's the final horn. putting a bow on this one here this evening. This one seemed to be controlled right from the face-off circles.
Well, the strength of their team is up the middle of the ice, James. They're tough to match up against. They're all really good on the draw, and they had the puck a lot. All starts from when it hits the ice.
Well, this one's in the books. A fun one tonight for Ray Ferraro. My name is James Cybulski. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Good night.